We're on a little mountain lake in North Georgia. High enough elevation for the water to be cool and hold trout. We're surrounded by several nice natural wild trout streams. And this lake is usually just full of them. The fly fishing is definitely for people who enjoy doing things the hard way. It's not the easiest way to catch fish. A lot of it is about stealth, especially on small streams like this. You have to be able to sneak up and get in position without the fish hearing or seeing you. They can hear footsteps and they can see an angler standing erect by the stream. Trout, for the most part, are insectivores. So the art of it is to figure out what insects are in the stream, what the trout are keying on, and when you have the right fly and the right drift, that's when the fish is going to eat. I guess I've been trout fishing in Georgia for 20-some years. And it used to be we had colder water, so we had trout in more streams. We still have good trout fishing. You might have to walk a little further to find it. The best thing we can do for trout in Georgia is to promote cold, clean water. And the best way to do that is through regulations on development. We need to stop property owners from cutting trees on the sides of the stream that filter the water as it comes into the river and also shade the stream and keep the water cool. We need to enforce building regulations on setbacks from the river and on septic tanks. It's all about cold, clean water. Trout are a fragile species, and if they don't have cold, clean water, they can't survive. There are two ways to approach trout. You can fish an insect adult, which we call a dry fly, a fly that floats on the surface, and you can fish a fly that we call a nymph, which is a fly that floats subsurface. Trout do about 90% of their feeding subsurface, so the higher percentage shot is usually going to be to fish a nymph. But there's nothing like catching one on a dry fly. To see it come up and crush it on the top is really exciting. Fish aren't smart. Fish aren't intelligent in the way that humans are intelligent. Fish aren't big thinkers. What fish have are very finely refined instincts. Millions of years of evolution, learning to avoid predators and when to sense that something is not right. If you think about it, when your fly is coming down the stream, there's all kinds of stuff floating down the stream, all kinds of debris and insects, and if your fly is not enough that it looks like food, it has to behave like food. If it doesn't behave like food, then it just looks like trash to the trout. So there was one fish that was special to me, and I named him Omar. He was a big wild brown trout, and I stalked him for about 3 years. He was in a small stream, no bigger than this. And the first time I caught Omar, he was 22 inches long. I hooked him several times, and he would break me off, he would run under stuff, he would pull me off, and time again I'd see him come and look at my fly and refuse it. But once I found where he lived, I'd keep coming back. And after about a year, I hooked him once. I managed to land him, I got a photo of him. And then I kept coming back again, but he'd gotten smarter, and so he was tougher to catch. And I kept coming back, and I kept coming back, and after about another year, I hooked him again, and when I landed him that time, he was 26 inches. Beautiful wild brown trout raised in a stream in North Georgia, and there's nothing cooler than that.